Hey, welcome to Boost Up Custom. We hope that you find more success in custom jewelry. This is your user profile. I'm going to quickly run you through this to make sure you're up to speed with it and familiar, because it's very important that you set your presets here first before doing anything else. At the very first, running through, that says card. You have no card. I'm on a free trial right now. This is referring to your credit card. When you're ready to sign up for good, after you've tried it and you found out how valuable this is and how easy it is to duplicate yourself and close more custom jewelry sales, I would highly recommend you just click add or edit, put the credit card number in, the date, the code, save card. This is powered by Stripe, which is a very trusted, internationally trusted credit card processing company. And then subscription, you have an indicator as to when your trial base will be open. Down here on the profile, we already picked up your company name. If not, you can change it. You can also specify things like store 1, store 2, store 3 if you have more than one account. With your email account. If you ever decide that you need to change your password in the future, you would do that here. You would enter in the old password, then in the top right, you would enter in your new password, and then you would enter it again. And then when you're done, you hit submit. Now I want to highlight right here, this button, subscribe. It's typically on when you first start. This is how you would unsubscribe. It's kind of a misnomer. You should probably say unsubscribe. But when you're ready to be done, just deselect this and you're done. And by the way, once your trial period has expired, you will no longer be able to go in and use the tools like the custom quote calculator, the custom checklist, things like that. Unless you enter a credit card. And once you enter a credit card, you'll be able to access all of your tools again, and you will officially be subscribed. You probably will want to double check to make sure you do in fact have the subscribe button selected and click submit. So scrolling down here, I want to show the price per carats, the pre-settings. First you have preset 1, it's a label. This whole entire line right here is totally customizable. I chose to type this, large Melly Diamonds, HSI, 10 pointers to 17 pointers. That's something that I sell quite commonly. What we'll have is we'll have 3 preset labels, and then one custom one later on. But there's 3 set ones. There are 3 preset. The idea being to avoid employees making mistakes, charging wrong prices. So you put in what you sell most commonly. It may be you sell, say, sapphires, and you probably want to get specific as to some sort of a size range. By carat weight is how the system is set up. So by carat weight, I'm going to go 0.01 carat to 0.09 carat, something like this. That would be an option for you. I'm just going to hit undo, back it up, back to where I had it. And then right here, preset 1, price per carat. This is where you would go and set your, now it says price per carat, it's, again, it's a misnomer. This is your cost per carat. This is what you're paying to buy these diamonds. And you either want to try and hit the nail right on the head, or perhaps play it a little bit conservative. Perhaps I'm really being charged, I don't know, $650. I may say $700 or $660, something like this. But I definitely would not put my preset lower than what I'm actually paying. And then again, the same thing happens. Preset 2, I did Melly Diamonds, HSI 1 pointers to 9 pointers. Preset price of $650. Micro Melly Diamonds, smaller than 1 pointers, like half pointers, things like that, $750. And then down here is your markup. And so this is where you actually get the markup on top of your cost per carat. I just want to explain this really quick. If I were to enter 1, that would be 100%, or in other words, this would show what the custom quote calculator calculates the true cost to be to make a ring. This includes the design time on a CAD program, computer-aided manufacturing like a 3D printer, investing, casting, polishing, setting, everything to make a new ring. So it takes in time and material to make a new ring. 1 would be your cost. I would never leave it at 1 because the idea is to use this to show or to get a price quote and close the sale. So if the customer ever sees your true cost, that's a bad idea. So you might enter 2, you might enter 2.5, you might enter 3, 3.5, I don't know, 4. You may get crazy and say 2.3. Whatever you put, it's a multiplier. 2 equals keystone, 3 is triple key. I think you get the idea. And then once you have that entered in there, I'm going to do something crazy. 2.3, submit. It says your changes have been saved. I need to show where your preset cost per carat comes into play in the custom quote calculator. So first you would pick a shape. I'm going to say princess cut. Then the next thing this is going to do is this is going to convert a length and diameter to a carat weight. And this is based on diamonds. It says in small print right here, conversion based on diamonds. So if you're not using diamonds, you can use this as a guideline, but you'll need to look up another resource. So if I know I'm going to be setting, say, 2mm diamonds, it automatically tells me that, and again, these are princess cut, that this is going to be like a 4.5 pointer. Or you may just know. You don't even have to convert it that way. If you already know, hey, I'm going to set 0.05 pointers. Hey, this is going to kick out 2.1. The most important thing is this, because on the next page, it will ask how many. Then the next page, supplied by store. And this is where your presets come into account. I have my 3 presets that I put in here, my large melee diamonds, and micro melee diamonds, with the prices that are in there. Yeah, I can choose to go with that. However, the customer may have requested a higher quality than I normally sell, or a lower quality, or we may be talking a different, like a sapphire or a ruby, something that I don't normally sell. And so you can adjust on the fly. You click this custom price per carat option, and then you go and type in what the number is. Say it's $4.50 per carat. Again, this is cost, custom price per carat in terms of cost. And then you would hit next, and that's where your presets come into play. To finish up this tutorial, I need to give a quick rundown of the navigation on the site. Up here in the top right corner, you have a menu, drop-down menu. This is how you switch to the different tools. The top is the profile, which is where we are now. If we hit custom quote calculator, it will start a new quote right here. If we hit quotes, this is where all of your previous quotes will actually be saved. And if you notice, we have calculator and then we have checklist. Yes, we do have a digital custom checklist to be filled out after a cell is closed, but in order to communicate well with the CAD designer, you want to run through this checklist. It's really awesome. Click the down button and then click edit to start a new checklist. It's a great tool. It runs you through so we don't forget anything. We dot our I's and cross our T's. And then we have the custom checklist download. And that is something that you want to download right away and print a bunch of these copies off. You notice in my bottom left-hand corner of the screen, it downloaded. I can click it. And this is a great sales tool, over-the-counter sales tool, where you can sketch, and there's little graphs with your top view, front view, side view. And then there's a checklist here that will, if you do this beforehand, it will make it just a breeze to fly through the custom quote calculator and also the custom checklist and just make this whole sale more successful. I really recommend you do that. I apologize, I'm really embarrassed right here. It says I picture is worth 1,000 words instead of a picture is worth 1,000 words. We'll get that fixed pronto. And then down at the very bottom we have log out, and there's probably more to come, so stay tuned. But to get back to profile, that's how we go to profile. And I do want to point out right here, see more tutorials. There's a blue button right here, big button. I want to make sure that you watch these tutorials. They will walk you through each of those different tools. The tools are really pretty simple. However, there's a few nuances that you might run into where you think, hey, I don't know how to handle that. Watch the tutorials, and more importantly, have your employees watch the tutorials. They're videos on demand. You can watch them whenever you want. And your employees in the end will be trained custom jewelry designers. And so when a customer walks in and they say, hey, I want to talk to your jewelry designer, any employee that's gone through this has been trained can say, hey, I'm a jewelry designer. I'd love to help you. And that way you're going to save time. They're not going to turn the time over to you or the jewelry designer in your store. You're just going to duplicate yourself, make more money, close more custom sales. You're going to love it.